All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. My name is John, and every now and then I like to grind old spots and also to have a video to show Pearl Abyss one day if I ever send it to them and be like, here, this is why these spots are undertuned and here's how I would fix it. So one spot we're going to be doing again is Murrowak's Labyrinth, and this came out with the Mountain of Eternal Winter, and I actually thought this was an interesting spot. Like, I like the whole unique aspect of grinding, like compared to just whatever we have. And so this spot is basically like, think of a pie with 5 slices, right? And you and 4 other people like go into a separate instanced room, and every like 15 minutes or so you rotate rooms, and then eventually a boss spawns, and you guys do that. So I have videos of the boss and all of that stuff, which is pretty cool, but I just wanted to see how much silver I can make nowadays doing this. And usually I think this spot did get buffed once, but I don't think it like competes with anything, which is kind of sad because this is a 280 area in theory and it should be a lot higher than it really is, or like you probably should be making a lot more. But anyway, here's the quest dude that you can get your Capra stones from, your daily. And I think the boss spawns faster depending on how many people are actually in there, but we're just going to be running it solo just so I can well, I don't think anyone is actually here because there's no reason to be here, but yeah, I will say the first time I did this, it was actually a little bit tough, to the point where like you actually had to have some DP, and nowadays it's like I think you could just go in and be fine for the most part. All right, so we're going in. If I see another person, that I think that's just rare in general, but I really enjoy this spot because it's unique in a way of, I think that it's instanced as well. So I like the concept of it, but I'll show you how this works and how to go about grinding this spot, just in case you've never done it before. And as far as I know, the silver isn't like the greatest, but it's interesting. So basically this is like wave defenses, and enemies spawn constantly. You kill bosses and everything. I would say that I would recommend having, probably, since this is a 280 spot, I would recommend like 340 DP. That's just going off of like orcs, but you probably need don't need as much. But some of the bosses and mechanics here, if you're just getting hit and it's like your first time here, you probably have no idea what to do. So, well, this is what the video is for. So basically, you just kill the endless spawning ads or enemies until a boss spawns, and then you get the boss, and then repeat for 15 minutes, and we go to a new room. I will say that if you play a class with a lot of AoEs, it is probably better. So like, for example, Dark Knight, Awakening would be better than Succession. I just didn't think that far ahead, so we're playing Succession, and it is what it is. Like, any class can do it, it's just, can you do it faster? The burrows will summon more ads, so you want to take those out and locate them as fast as possible. And then, theory, you don't get overwhelmed. So one tip I could give all of you guys, especially the people who are less geared trying this for the first time, is try not to get yourself cornered. Keep yourself in the middle, more or less. That way you have room to move around. And whenever you see something, like, you'll see a pop-up on your screen that's like, oh, a boss has spawned or something along those lines. We'll see it eventually. And then you just want to focus that. So when you see a burrow, take out the burrow. Okay, so the commander has spawned. That means a boss is out. And then you usually, sometimes you get a crystal item from some of them. I don't know which one it is, but sometimes you do. Or like, is it a general? In my opinion, killing 2,000 of them for the daily quest is usually about an hour's worth of spawning. But overall, we'll just go until either an hour passes or we get the boss. So whichever one comes first, we'll do that one. But realistically, I think we're the higher chance of that one spawned on the top of that. That's annoying. Yeah, that's also one thing that Perlibus should look at. Look at the spawns of this and make them a little bit different. Okay, so we got elite enemy. Oh, I should probably put this on the screen as well. I'm not sure if loot scrolls are affected. Let me just look at that real quick. You know, I don't actually think that you get anything. Yeah, the loot here isn't that great. Let's just turn on the loot scroll, you know, for the sake of turning it on. The thing you really want, though, is more or less like the elite drops. The trash loot here, I do think it needs to be buffed, like 12k. Not that good. For a 280 area, that could be buffed. So soon we should probably start seeing a general boss. I don't think this one is it. Well, it's a little bit different. You'll know when it happens. Ooh, someone... Oh, wait, that's a Tuvala. They should really take those notifications off for Tuvala. The big boy. Big boy dead. So we're about 8 minutes in. Another burrow. I can tank those hits, but for the sake of like someone with less gear score, you might want to be careful. I don't know if dying sends you out of the instance, but you know the goal is to not do that, so just don't. I think the most valuable thing you can get here is probably one of those flames for your Labresca helmet or an Arethia's Limbo Witch's token. Those are nice. Which I actually do want. I want to do the Limbo again just to show you guys what it's all about. I do have a video on both the easy and hard mode, but it's just been a while. Okay, so this is like the elite boss of the area. You're gonna want to actually just hard focus him down. And I think this should give you like a crystal drop. And once you beat the boss at the end, it gives you like a bundle or something, which allows you to like get a higher chance of an item or something actually good. Yeah, the crystal piece. Yeah, you want to collect these. And then after the boss fight, You turn them into like bundles for good rewards. I say good, but I mean it's like maybe 1 ember, which is not really worth much these days. And for all of you thinking about transitioning into like Labresca or the Fallen God armors from your regular boss gear, if you can buy the flame off the market, it's definitely worth doing that compared to like grinding it out yourself, because the people that grinded it out themselves are the people who want it on like the first week it comes out. But nowadays, if you can, yeah, if they just sit, it's so much easier. Hate how they get stuck on this, and like I actually can't focus it down. Yeah, that's one thing about the spawns. They should have set spawn spots for them. General. Another crystal. That's good. Usually you only get like 1 per arena. And then they'll tell you at the end, it's like the room has gone silent. And then that's when you go into the next room. Which actually should be in the next like few minutes. Usually it's 15 minutes per room. Yeah, silence takes over. That means you go to the next room. All right, so basically same concept, different arena. Good stuff. I think popped early. Uh-oh. So here's how I would fix this spot. 1, the burrows have a set spawn location. That way they're not like floating in the air. It makes it annoying for most classes. And terrain and elevation is generally not good. 2, they should increase the loot for this area. And or like by like the trash loot, that is. Maybe add an accessory or something. It doesn't really matter what, just add like an existing accessory that's not terrible. This is a 280 spot. Increase the witches token or drop rate. I think if you die you get sent out and you have to like restart, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But if you die you should just like Like, you have 5 minutes to use one of those aliens tier to res or something or whatever. And then you try again. If you don't, then it kicks you out after 5 minutes. And then, of course, you know, maybe add some more mechanics. Like, you know how it is the thing that lights up and throws the spores of poison at you? Maybe make some bosses, like, spawn faster or actually have good rewards. Like, these things, they don't drop anything. Oh, 2 whole Capra stones. I may be a little bit over geared for this spot, but it doesn't really like mean anything. Just make things a little bit tankier to the point where it feels like it's a 280 spot while increasing the rewards to reflect that. So we're at 1,000 up to 2,000. Maybe that we'll get a boss in the next room or the room after, hopefully. I would like to show you the boss because it's actually pretty cool to see. It's soloable. Back in the day, it used to be like groups of 5 only, or it's like, don't do it. Nowadays, it's not too bad. What would make this spot a lot better is if every boss dropped the crystal. That way it's just more rewards. Burrow. I would also like to get this boss so I can get this 10 extra Capra stones. That's 30 mil. I think we might get 2,000 before the boss, but we'll go an hour and see what happens. Hopefully it spawns sooner, but we'll go an hour at most. I feel like there's a hidden burrow somewhere, but I just can't see it. Oh, the trash loot went away when I went to the other room. Big boss. Maybe add a few new bosses because there's only like 4 of them and they all look the same. So you see the mini boss in the back. That one's an Earth Shaker. And I believe that one, it just spawns like random stuff. Or like rocks will fall on you. Those rocks do quite a bit of damage. Oh wait, never mind. That one's just someone's ads. That's the easy one. The only thing I'm really on the lookout for is mini bosses and burrows, which I saw something fall. That means there's a boss out. I see you. Earth Shaker. You want to get those quick. Is that a burrow? Dude, I didn't even see that one. It just blends in. What the heck? Another crystal. Yeah, this is where things get a little sketch if you have like less DP, because things swarm you really quickly. We should be entering the next room in a few minutes. Nope, no boss here. Next room, let's go. All right, room number 3. Hit me with a 10, a 7. Tron Stones or Capris? Woo! 10! Let's go! What else did we get from that? Oh, dang. We made some money from a dice roll for the first time in a long time. It balances out because this grind spot sucks. I really do like it though. I wish they would buff it. Like it's unique. Maybe add some more into future regions, something that's like instanced. And then everyone who likes PvE, you have a boss to fight at the end. I think that's cool. Like you and other players work together to take down a boss. That's cool. And it's different from like a world boss. So yeah, you know this is bad because like this is only 11k trash loot. We've been in here for 25 minutes and only made like 150 mil. It's not good. The way you make money in here is getting lucky off the boss. Ooh, the thing just spawned on me. That's good. I think, like, we got a few more crystals than average. Granted, I've only been here, like, probably 5 times total. Another burrow stuck in the air again. Turns out we got 2,000 kills before the boss. It's okay though. We'll stay for another like 2 arenas or something whenever my frenzy goes out. Rewards are so bad. Just double the loot in here, or like the trash loot, or the drop amount. There's an earth shaker somewhere. What a sneaky burrow, blending in with the actual door. All right, so we came into this room at like 25 minutes, so we've been in here for 5 so far. Okay. So maybe another like 7 or something in here. Usually, I think on average, you get the boss once an hour, which is good. Like the Vercedes boss, that is. Hello. Of course you'd fly up there. What a 10 out of 10 game. Is that an earth shaker? Oh my god. I don't think I'm hitting him. Bro, I killed the leader boss and didn't even get the, oh, never mind. It was just over loot. I was like, I didn't even get a crystal from that? Wow. There's a burrow up somewhere. Where is the hidden burrow? Oh, dude, like, I wouldn't have seen that one if I didn't see the egg thingy roll out of it. I'm gonna complain about the burrows until they fix it one day. Earthshaker somewhere. Good news, the trash loot here is not heavy. I think that means we got the Vercedes boss. Oh, there's another player in here? What in the world? Okay, so there's a boss here. There's only like one big thing to worry about here. I never thought I'd see another player in here. I thought this was a dead area. So there's just a lot of AoEs and stuff, but overall this boss, it used to be harder than it is now. Is that guy gonna join in, or are we gonna just fight ads for a while? This is soloable, by the way. I think the difficulty depends on how many people are in the area. Yo, the dude just disappeared. Oh wait, never mind. No, he's not. It's right here. Dude, join the arena so we can all start the fight. Yeah, yeet, let's go. When in doubt, don't stand in front of the boss. General rule of video games. It is pretty important to kill ads here, otherwise prepares a heavy attack. That means you get out like right now. Wait, what happened to the other dude? He was just there. Did he get clapped? Powerful attack. That means get out. Easy. What did we even get from that? We got 8 Capra stones, 600 trash loot, black stones. Either way, the rewards were not so great. We got 6 of these, which is what we're going to be turning in. This is where the big prizes come from, I think. Wonder what happened to the random, like that other dude. Did he just die and he's like, oh, I'm out? All right, let's see. The thing you want is Flame of Frost, Ember Frost. Everything else is pretty much irrelevant. So we got, actually, we didn't get anything. We got like 1 Capra stone, some black stones, 2 spirit dust, and a fossil. That's actually unlucky. That's 6 boxes. Usually you get at least 1 ember, and like I have 57 of them. If I ever want to make another Labresca, I guess I got it. Let me see. Flame of... Oh, this thing is irrelevant. Like, you just buy it off the market. If you're going for Labresca helm, just buy it. It'll save you, trust me, like so many hours. But yeah, that's about it. That was cool, wasn't it? Let's calculate how much we actually made. So 14,000, that's probably like 150 mil. If you do the quest, let's minus 10 from here, so like 20, so that's another 60 mil, and then another like 150. Yeah, for about 40 minutes of work, a little bit less. That was less than 300 mil. I think the grind spot is a cool idea. I just don't think the rewards are really worth the time here. So yeah, with that said, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Pearl Abyss, if you watch my videos, which I think you actually do, some of them, yeah, just make note of that. I've talked about a few things on how I would buff the spot, but if you didn't catch it, let's go over that again. So first of all, increase the rates for embers and flames. Increase the rate of a witch's token. All these are irrelevant, I don't care, but like, just like the valuable drops, just make them more common. And then maybe I would raise the trash loot to about like 15 to 16k, because if you compare it to other 280 spots like Orc Camp, you're getting a lot more silver directly from this. And then the boss is also RNG, whether you get anything or not. So I think the floor of how much you make an hour here should be raised up a little bit. And, you know, overall, maybe double the total amount or something. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Would love to see you all come back. And yeah, throughout the week, we have some more cool stuff coming up. Peace.